Hey, hello, folks. This is Gus the Butcher. We are heading to Monroe, North Carolina, and I will be visiting my buddy Kenry, who is the owner of Rocket Grills. He's the guy who manufactures all my smokers, rocket stoves, and open table fire grill. And today is gonna be very nice because I will be able to introduce you my new rig. This rig is completely different, something that you cannot imagine how it's look like. But like there is two giant Santa Marias in the front. There is a huge cabinet which is a smoker that we can put a whole hog inside in the middle of this rig. On the back side of the rig has another open fire that we can cook like a whole hog or a huge animal in live fire as well. And in the front of the rig, there is a bunch of like things that you can hook and having like a bunch of type of meat hanging over the flame, you know. So this is very unique. I did the design of this myself with Kenry. We spent like hours, days, and a lot of conversation making a bunch of modifications in this design. And during the course of the build of this thing, which is very funny, we made a lot of changes as well in the original design. So we never stopped adding more things on this rig, and which is very funny. But it's gonna be very nice. It's almost done. I believe that like in a couple weeks we're gonna have this thing done, and I will have another video that I'm gonna be coming here to show you guys the final product, and then we're gonna have another video when we're gonna fire up this grill for the first time and cook a bunch of things together. But today we are going to be seeing the final phase of the build of this rig. So we are about to arrive there in a couple minutes. So the reason I built this rig was initially I was like cooking my first grill, my first rig that I did with Kenry, and I had a need to have more like cooking in live fire. And I said like I was thinking with myself and said like, how am I gonna do something that I can have like smoking and having a lot of areas that I can cook in live fire in just one equipment, everything combined, everything together. So then I started like with a piece of paper and a pencil in my house, and I started drawing things on a piece of paper, and then the idea was coming up, you know. And then I was like, sometimes midnight, I was like text messaging Kenry to share my ideas because like I needed to share this with him right now because he can give me some input on what he can build based on my ideas. And then so then this is becoming reality right now. So this was my need based on the ask of my customers on things that they want to have in their cooking, like in their backyard, when we are doing like this private parties, corporate events. And also not only this, but like this is part of the cooking show that we promote when we are visiting and doing this type of cookout and grill out with our customers. So this was everything combined. I came with this idea, and then I said, yes, I needed to like materialize this and having this thing built, be able to start 2026 with a foot on the door, and then bring new stuff to my customers, Charlotte and surrounding areas, and also like throughout the country if like we have potential to go after. Yeah, we are getting there. As you can see around, this is like literally countryside. Um, it's very cool. We are about to arrive in Rocket Girls company where my buddy Kenry built all this very nice customized cookers. Let's see what we got. So today we are here in Kenry's shop and in Monroe, North Carolina, and we've been working together for how long? Like building this?
Going on 3 years.
3 years. 3 years when we started building our first rig, which is also now part of like my logo with the 1976 barbecue. And this is like the first one that we built together. Remember, we made so many changes during the course of this build. And the funny thing that like I found him on YouTube 3 years ago building like a Santa Maria grill. That guy is from Raleigh, North Carolina.
I believe he is Raleigh.
Yeah, Raleigh. Yes. And what's so funny because I was talking to my wife, and then my wife was like, wow, this is close to our house. It's about like maybe 45, 50 minutes. And I said, for sure, I needed to go visit this guy and I need to meet him. So this is when I came here. And then we talked about like building something for me. And then we came up with that project. It was really cool. And since that, we built the rocket stoves, right?
Rocket stoves.
The rocket stoves.
The live fire.
The live.
We recently done the live fire.
And,
we added the rod grates to your Santa Maria on the other grill.
Yeah, on the other grill. Yeah.
And, I think we've done about 6 grills on this thing. So, but anyway, this is a Santa Maria, Argentina. Got the cabinet on it.
Mm-hmm.
These work great. They're the most entertaining grill on the planet. I mean, they're fun to run. You know, it's
so they have the same option. Like if we remove this thing here, they can sit the logs over here, and then all the charcoal that falls down here, he can shovel underneath of the Santa Maria.
It allows the bigger chunks to fall and not just the ashy. You don't want it hitting the ground and going to ash.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got a drip drain on it and stuff. It's getting a little dusty. I need to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these are stainless. They removed. It's just a really great unit.
Yeah.
All 1/4 inch steel. Actually, this in here is 3/8 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thick one. We don't burn them out.
And then I see that behind of you have like a chamber. Probably is gonna be
that's the main chamber.
Born a new smoker out of that.
Yeah, I caught this one last night on the chain. This is a 48 by 24. It's going to be. It's got a cabinet going on it. Basically, one of your cabinets goes on it with the firebox. These are great units here. They're heavy. Yours is a little bigger. I think you got 30 inches or something. But these are good. That's the next one going together.
Yeah.
And got to get yours rolling out of here.
Project of the 1976, like the second rig, the original plan when Kerry and we spoke about was like to having 2 Santa Maria grills because like I was in need of cooking more steaks, you know, having more things on the grill instead of like inside of the smoker.
Right.
That was one of the asks for the need of myself cooking for my customers. So we started talking about this, and then we discussed about producing our like own charcoal and being able to shovel this both sides. And then Karen provided this unit, some thoughts into this, and then we spoke about the grill in the back. Originally here was going to be a storage.
Yeah, it was.
And then we decided to turn this into a grill as well.
Yeah, we don't waste space. Everything we use.
Yeah.
This thing is, you can use it for a shelf. I mean, just, you know, but it'll make a great grill too.
Yes.
And yeah, we got a lot going on with it. And the way it's designed, it keeps the, you know, when you cater an event, people don't want ashes on their grass or, you know, making a mess, starting a fire, whatnot. But we wanted to be able to put the coals in either side of the live fire by the firebox without shoveling it out, which shoveling's cool, but it's, if you're wearing flip-flops.
And Karen, explain like where you're planning to add this so we can use the skewers.
Yeah, we're going to make them.
What's the idea?
I've got 2 of them going together. This is the first one. It's got a back to it, and basically it's going to stick in here. That way, when we go up and down with our Santa Maria, we cooking. We don't want it permanently mounted anywhere to where it can't go up and down with the meat.
So we're going to have 2 devices of this. We can sit one in this area and the other one over there.
Yep.
And then we don't need to choose this, and then we just remove, and then we're gonna have the meat facing the flame directly.
Yep, you can, and also you can set it on the front here. You can, you know, a lot of options.
Yes.
A lot of options.
Oh yeah, I understand.
And, We wanted, actually, it's 2 of everything. So every grill that we got on this side, we got the same thing on the other side, identical. So you cooking on both sides.
Yeah. No, it is very cool. Yeah, I can't wait to come back here and see this thing ready to put some fire on and cooking some meat and
I look forward to it.
And having a bunch of customers taking pictures of this and enjoying the time around the grill.
Yeah, it's been a big project for sure.
Yeah. And the nice, like, Karen always takes care of like the little details. Like you see this thing here, like he did this for to have like a kind of a picture of a flame, you know. So every detail here has some thought into it.
It does.
Yeah.
This right here wasn't a blueprint. I drew it on the floor.
Yeah.
And I basically sent the picture to Gus and said, "There you go, man. This is what we look like a 3rd grader drew it." But you got to wing it. Just get in there and get it. You can draw all day and you can read plans, but until you get your hands on it, you don't know what you're going to run into.
Yeah.
First time I ever built one of these for sure. We're going to make this thing where it folds down and locks like this. And then I had it where it lifted up, and I said, well, a windy day, it might do the umbrella effect, but I put a little stop there. So when it goes up, it locks and you're cooking. You're ready to go.
Are you planning to put something that we can open and close the
thing?
thing?
It'd be on top. They're laying here somewhere. We're going to put them there and make it so you can adjust it and keep the rain out of that thing too, for sure. But down here at the bottom, I don't know if you can get it with your camera, but that's where your coals, you can push them out.
Yeah, so the coals is going to drop here, and then you can...
Once you get that fire going, with these grates would be out, you'd be resting up on top of here. Your fire's going up here. You put your wood up here, start your fire down here, it starts up. Starts dropping fist-size coal down here. Well, we didn't want to have to shovel this, walk around the grill, or just shovel it in there. So we made a little chute on both sides. So we're going to take a push or whatever. I'm going to make something. But we're going to push coals in either side of the live fire. That way you're not risking, it keeps your grill clean too. You can deal with it. And it's self-cleaning when you go down the highway too to clean all that.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good way to keeping the coal off the customer's lawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
But either way, and then you're also sucking air, so you're creating a pretty nice fire. Also got vents here. There might be times where the wind's blowing the right way or wrong way, and when you're dealing with Santa Maria grills anyway, wind's your enemy. It's just not. So if it is too windy, we got this. You can get it. That way you can get your food, cook. You just can't cook when that wind's cutting up under there. Wind guard's pretty important, but I think that firebox kind of covers that.
If I close this one and I have fire just here and I put the meat over there, I can have the air going into here, passing through the flame, and then it's smoking all the meat on the other side of the cabinet, and the smoke goes off over there.
Another, just like you said, you could do that, and you could take this right here and just add plates to it, right?
Oh yeah.
And you could build your fire right here, and make it reverse flow. You can close that stack, leave this one, make it go under that plate, bounce off that door, come back just like a reverse flow. It's easy.
I like that idea. Yeah.
There's so many things this whole thing's built for Gus because he's going to want to add stuff to it, and I'm the one that's going to have to add it. So we got it set for upgrades.
Yeah.
But there's a lot you can do with that cabinet, and it's all about getting started. You'll probably come up with things I hadn't thought about. But you can turn this thing into a reverse flow, or like you said, you can just pull it like a traditional flow out the other end.
Yeah.
And the good news is once you cut the air off and you shut these up here, you can suck, it ain't gonna suck, but whatever air can go out, and you can control the temperature just fine like that. There's gonna be a lot of different times when a breezy day, you might end up using this. If it's a breezy day and the wind's cutting everything, which, you got to cook when you got to cook, you can use this because your fire's going to be protected and you can close these vents off. and that would work great for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all about, you know, in your business, you need to be able to cook as much food as you can. It needs to be able to run right. And you don't want to waste any space, but you don't want a trailer a mile long either. Backing into a customer's property. Most of the people you deal with, it ain't always a parking lot, you know. So you want to be able to get that thing into a tight spot, but pack a punch. This thing will literally hold way more meat than your other one. Way more. Yeah. It's just all in what you're cooking, right? So you the cook. I'll build them. You cook them, but. You could also use this top right here and put stuff up here.
Yes, yeah, I already thought about that.
I've been thinking about something like we talked about before, like a little stretcher deal. And I was thinking about something that could just hook here where it couldn't. But at the same time, we have to make sure we come up with something so it ain't gonna do no good if you can't get around the post with it. But we're gonna come up with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And, what I was thinking here is. Maybe, but I don't know, like when I'm using this, how can I release this?
You got the wheel, hold the wheel. I'm gonna take the brake. Right here's the brake.
Oh, okay.
So you just go to turn, hold it up.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
I like you make them handles too big. It's just just too much torque. I like it to make a little.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Everything's set up so it's everything can be maintenanced and greased and no metal on metal and nothing like that.
We'll be back here with my buddy Kenry when he's finished this grill for 1976 barbecue, Gus the Butcher, and then to pick them up, and then you're gonna be able to see what we did on this build with Kenry, my buddy. We're gonna have a lot of live fire cooking, smoking, many things that we can cook together on this equipment. So stay tuned and you're gonna see a lot of good stuff.